Hello everyone and welcome to another Let's Create A, and this time it's IMBOLC, yay! Or IMBOLC as I've heard people pronounce it, but there's a B in there so I say IMBOLC. So yeah, this one turned out very nice. I've been planning to do it, but I saved it. I saved it for literally yesterday, which kind of is pushing it for time, but yes, here I am. It ended up being a very nice page. It's a double spread. And it's kind of one that I don't celebrate all that often. Only occasionally have I actually done anything for this particular Sabbat. But here's all my little bits and pieces, and because I've enjoyed making Sabbat pages in my Book of Shadows this time round, I had to make one. I just had to. So, here's me awkwardly trying to find stuff to fit in, because all the pages are... My book is getting so big now. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna have to remove pages maybe. That might be a way to get around it, but it's getting to the point now where it just won't close. Definitely was not my intention when I first bought the book, because it's so nice. It's such a lovely book. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So here's me cutting to shape some brown paper for one side, and then I really like this. I call it like doily paper. I know that's not the right phrase. Lace paper. I don't know. It's a nice piece of paper, and it comes from a set that I bought recently, so I wanted to use it again. Although it doesn't fit in the book, annoyingly, so I had to trim the side off of it like I did with the other one. I've forgotten which one it was, but I did use this for something else. And then I thought I would glue the remaining bits on the other side, just to, keep it together. Make it look like it's supposed to work together, I guess. Something that I noticed during this whole thing, it took me about 2 hours in total to create this, and I had my nails cut short. I know this is a random side tangent, but it really dramatically made everything harder to do. I don't know why. I couldn't get things. It was very fiddly. Just very fiddly. I couldn't get anything to behave itself, because I'm just used to having long nails. So I learned that about myself. That's a weird side tangent. What am I talking about? Anyway, IMBOLC. What is it about? What is it for? Why is it a thing? It's because of spring, or at least the beginning of warmer weather and the sunlight coming back, which here in Britain, in the UK, good old UK, it doesn't feel like it. It feels like we're in eternal winter over here. But yes, it is a celebration of fire. It's a celebration of the sun coming back. Dairy products like milk, bread, that kind of thing pop up a lot. This is why I got these vintage adverts pieces that I had, and I saw the word milk on it, and then I saw the words egg, cream, and then I liked the life, health, beauty random quote, so I cut those out to use. Again, typical me, I just kind of improvised the whole thing. I had no plan at all, apart from using the obvious associated things like sun, fire, milk, eggs, sheep, all the different stuff. And I just gathered anything I had that remotely resembled that and just put it in a pile, and then literally just pressed record, and yeah, Let my brain take over. So this is a cool thing that I found because it looks like it's burnt, and I thought that's kind of cool. That's like a little reference there to fire. Like I've gone and frayed the edges with fire, even though I haven't. And then the little stamp as well on the corner part, that's just a nice looking lady, but reminded me of Bridget, which is like the goddess that people celebrate as well. This is her time. So I put that in there, and then a snake as well, because that's an animal for this time of year as well. And I wanted the left-hand side to be the writing one, where I put all the information on it. And then I wanted the left side to be a collage. I decided to go collage this time. And it ended up being really good. Like right now as I'm doing this in my head, I'll have been thinking, I just don't know what I am doing. I don't know how I'm going to make any of this look good together. But I surprised myself by the end. I've even got my little decorations, my little props out. You can see on the top two corners. On the left side, no, right side. On the right side, I've got Bridget doll, corn doll thing. Even though it's not made of corn, it's supposed to be corn, but it's wool, and I made that a fair few years ago. And she's the little like doll that I bring out for my altar. So I put her in the side there. And then on the other side, I've got my little sunflower brooch, which we've seen before. And then my little decorative egg ornament, which I don't know why, I was thinking of eggs like all the time through it, but then I kind of thought it's kind of more the other one, that other Sabbath. What's it called? Ostara, is that how you pronounce it? That one. I was thinking of that one. I think my head was slightly going in that direction instead of this one. So I have a random egg just on my desk, which I change. See if you can spot when I change it later on in the video. Continuity is not a thing in this video. So I had this really cool bit of like paper from my my little book thing that I bought that was grimoire related random imagery, and I had these two cards with sheep on them. Christmas cards, I'm telling you, that's where it's at. Keep your Christmas cards, they're very useful. And I cannot decide which one to use. You can see I'm like debating which one. I end up using both of them because they're both just really cute. This can be the sheep page. It's because it's the time of year where the sheep are kind of beginning to get lambs and all that kind of thing. I live on a not a farm, more like a small holding type thing. So we've got chickens and sheep we get, and yeah, all of that stuff. I don't get too involved with them, but when the lambs come out, oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. They're so cute. I love them. I love our little lammies. I can tell this is going to be a rambly video. Right, so sticky tape thing. A new one, as you can see the sticker on it with it just says new, because I've got like so many now. I ordered like loads, so I had to like label them so I know which ones are my old ones and my new ones, and this one's a new one. I go through so many now. So I'm finally sticking stuff down, although I don't really know what I'm doing still. Just really improvising. I don't know how I did it. I just did it. It just works. But you can see that I'm trying to figure out where to put stuff. And I quite quickly get that one in there. Life, health and beauty. And then I don't know why I had these two things. I don't know why I picked these ones. Owls don't really have much to do with this. I don't know why they were out. And then the other one was like an Easter bunny with an Easter. Like I say, I had eggs. I had eggs in the brain. Just in my brain, I was like, egg, egg, egg. I don't know why. I think it's because dairy products. But I got rid of those. I didn't use those in the end. So I have a really cool sticker set that I use for my journaling stuff mostly now. But I had just so cool. They're so cool. They're like holographic and everything. So I had to use them. So I've got a really cool sun sticker and then this candle sticker. Because candles are very associated with this, because of the fire thing. A lot of people will light candles and do candle magic. And then also red candles. Like red's kind of the colour of choice. So yeah, I put one of the cool stickers at the bottom, which was a candle, and then the sun. And you know when you're so in love with a sticker set that you don't want to use them, like you just don't use them because you don't want to like ruin them. It was kind of like that. I was like, part of me was like, should I use these? And then I was like, I've got to. I bought them to use them. So I'm glad I did in the end because it looks very cool. I like it. So yes, as I said, I brought back more sheep. They were both very pretty imagery, so I just went for it with the sheep. There's the sun going in. I've got the candle, and it's already looking great. So finally, I can get the milk text. And I know exactly where that's going. Boom, right there. Right in the corner, perfect. Fits in perfectly. Then we've got cream and we've got egg. My tappy hands, because like I say, this took 2 hours. It's 2 hours of footage that I got, so it was a slow day. A very slow day. But that's fine. I was just chilling. I was having a good time. I was listening to music and I was just chilling. I decided to put a besom in there, a broomstick, because it's a time for spring cleaning, renewing, cleansing, cleaning, all that sort of thing. So that was a very good sticker to use. Egg is going in. I wished I'd have put the egg slightly closer to the broomstick, but oh well, that's just me being picky. You know what I'm like, I'm a perfectionist. I then get another one. And this one is a candle, perfect, and it's also tarot cards because divination is yet another big thing that people like to do on IMBOLC. And then finally these little amethyst stickers, because again, amethyst is a very popular choice of crystal to work with for IMBOLC. And they just nicely fill in those little gaps, those spare spaces. And the silver pen, I mean the gold pen. The gold pen comes out. It's not time for silver, it's time for gold. So there is that. Look how beautiful it is. It's so sparkly and lovely, and it's just, I love it. I'm so happy with how that turned out. So now it's time to do the information page. I didn't want to do loads of writing for it because, as I said earlier, it's not one that I celebrate all the time. But I did want a little bit of info. So I used what I call my paint, my more paint pen. It's more like a paint than a pen, just to write the main title over the top, so it stands out. There you go, IMBOLC. And then I get busy writing about it. Tappy tappy hands. And as always, I write it all in pencil first, so that I don't get anything wrong, and so that I'm happy with it, and then I go over it in black pen afterwards. This took me a while though, because I was kind of half doing somebody else's description that I found on Pinterest, and then half making it my own description as well. So now I've done a bit of that. I decided to write the date on top, which I haven't done with the other ones, I don't think. I just put February 1st at the top, because it is one that I forget a lot. So hopefully that, now that I've got that in a book of shadows, I might remember that it's a thing. I might be like, oh yeah, that one, the sheep one. And then, you know, just because I'm cursed when it comes to pens, it ran out. It ran out. My pen ran out. Of course it did. Of course it did. I expect nothing less. But luckily for me, I have loads of them, so I just got a new one. But typical, you know, typical for a pen to run out when I'm recording. Comment, pen not working, if you're still here. Then I had a tea break, by the look of it. Continuity. Can you see the change in prop decoration at the top there? Yeah, I was like, maybe it's not quite as eggy as I thought it is supposed to be. So I'm going to put a rosemary smudge stick at the top, because that's more appropriate. Then they won't notice. Nobody will notice that an egg changed into a smudge stick. Nobody. Or a cup of tea. which I'm sipping at right now. Although I've got a deer coaster though, which is on brand. Deers are also very, very big for this one. Anyway, yes, I carry on writing keywords now. I like to include a keyword section. And I think I put renewal, cleansing, I'm guessing I put purification, I think that says. Hard to see from where I'm at. And cleaning, cleansing, that kind of thing. That's the vibes. And yeah, I added those little sheep, even more sheep. They're so cute. I couldn't bring myself to throw them away in the trash. So I was like, yeah, more sheep, stick them in, why not? They're cute. Cute fluffy bundles of joy. And the gold pen is back. Just for a few little random decorations. I kind of did stars. Because stars are also things that I've seen associated with it. Take a shot every time I say the word associated. I really need to figure out other words than associated. I'm sorry. Take another drink. Okay, I think that's it for this one. I think that's the final result. Oh no, I go back in. Because there's never enough, you know, there's never enough shiny. There's just never enough. Whether it's the silver or gold, never enough. And there you go. I've slowed it right down so you can see the final product. Just a little bit of basic info and some keywords, just how I like it. Simple to the point. And then I think I do a little bit extra. Yep. With the pen, I do more stars and a few little flourishes and extra details just to fill in those gaps. I'm a maximalist, not a minimalist. Every single extra space must be filled with something. So yeah, I just did a couple of random bits of deco just to fill it in. And then there you have it. The two main pages are done now. And as I said earlier, they look great. Very impressed. Very impressed with myself. Well done, pat on the back. So I had this piece, and it's in the shape of a tag. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make another tag thing, another little hangy thing, because that seems to be a common theme running throughout my Sabbat pages. So I may as well have another hangy dangly something. And I had this really nice, like shiny red card as well. So I decided to create the tag using this card. So I'm just cutting it into shape with my teeny tiny scissors. I love those scissors. And there's that. Again, very shiny. I do love my shiny. And then I grab a hole puncher. And there we go. Got ourselves a little tag. And it's adorable. And it just says sun worship at the bottom there. Again from the grimoire scrapbook thing that I have. I stole yet another piece of string from an already existing tag that I have. And then there it is. So cute. Very cute. So now that I've done that, I've got to figure out where this is going to go. And I decide to put it over the top of the collage bit. So now I'm going to awkwardly hole punch. Just slightly off side. Not directly in the middle, just a bit to the left. And then I hook the string through that. And that's when I had another idea, I think, around this time. Where I was like, I'm going to use the rest of the red card to create some sort of red candle to then have dangling off the other side of the string. Just a random, spontaneous thought in my head that turned out to be a good idea in the end. So I cut out a basic candle shape. And then I did a few lines to try and make it more 3D. And this is where this comes in, this beautiful piece of ribbon. And I haven't used it because it's so beautiful, I didn't want to. And I was like, no, I'm going to use it, I've got to use it. It's just this bright gold, lovely. I got it from a witchcraft shop. And it's like Tibetan, it's like a Tibetan piece of material. They sold all kinds of Tibetan themed stuff. And it was just the most gorgeous piece of ribbon, so I was like, I'm so buying it. I don't know when I'll use it, but I want it. And I created a little flame out of it. And then with the black paint pen, I just kind of made it look a bit more 3D. And it's so cute. It's so cute. I get the gold pen back out to create a little like bit of dripping wax effect, and it like on the red card the gold was so good, it stood out so much that I was like, oh yes, love it. So then to secure the string at the back, I used a bit of washi tape. I didn't feel like gluing it down or putting like proper tape on it. I was kind of working with what I had at the time, so I just had some washi tape on hand. So I just used a little cut off of that to secure it. There you go. And then a really, really random weird thing happened. I had a tattoo. I had one of those semi-permanent transferable tattoos. And I don't know why my brain thought of this. It was a risk. It was a big risk because I could have destroyed the entire thing. But I applied this tattoo to the front of the candle. And I had no idea if it would work or not. Absolutely zero idea. But I've slowed down the footage so that you can see the slow reveal of the tattoo, and it actually works. It works. So now there's like a random cool pattern on the front of it that's like, it's like a hand with sun and stars, and it's just really cool. So now I can attach this candle to the page using this other bit of string. I used more washi tape because that's all I had on me. It was very fiddly. It took me probably like a quarter of an hour to even figure out how to do it in the first place. To make sure it fell in the right way, and like, yeah, my brain malfunctioned a little bit during this process, I won't lie. I decided to leave the back of the candle just as is because there's just couldn't be bothered to do anything extra. But once I'd sorted that out, it was really cool. Just these two little hanging things. Got my red candle with the flame, and my little tag thing, sun worship thing. And then on the back of that one, I decided to do a little quote. And I went for a cheesy but very accurate quote of "Let there be light." Let there be light. It felt appropriate. Because it is all about light. It's like the festival of light. And then because of the success of the gold pen, I went back in and I did a little outline in the gold pen to bring it to life. It's like a secret hidden quote behind the thing. So you only see it if you turn it over. So it's like a little hidden message. And then I decorated it with a few more stars. And yeah, this one was really fun. So finally, I have my pages done, and now it's just the matter of sticking them into the book itself. And now it's not that easy because the pages in the book, I've said it before, they're like a fabric-y material type thing. So sticking stuff down is harder than it looks. So I smothered those pages in tape. I was praying that it would work. And thankfully it does. That's me really, really jamming it down. I'm just like, please stay down. And it does. So that's page number 1, secured. Making sure that that's dried. That would have been a disaster if I'd have just smudged it right at the end. Oh. But yeah, as you can see, I'm like doing double tapes. I'm getting all of this. I'm getting as much as I possibly can on each side. And then going all down the middle. Just getting as much as I possibly can on there to try and help with the success rate of it staying put. And then in it goes. It's not exactly accurate size, but I don't really care anymore. It's like, I kind of like the scruffiness now. And that's it! Yay! Something so simple, but yet so complicated at the same time. But I got there in the end, and I'm very happy with the results. Like what I had in my head at the start was nothing like this at the finish. So I was chuffed. I was chuffed to bits. I'm really liking the dangly stuff now. That's going to be a running thing that I do now the whole time. And yeah, look at that, showing the page off. Look at it all, it's so sparkly. It's so nice, it's so lovely. Yeah, now I'm just posing for thumbnails and whatnot. But I think I managed to somehow capture the spirit of IMBOLC. To say it's one that I'm not particularly drawn to, I think I did a good job. It's certainly got that like more warmer feeling. I wanted it to have a more brighter, warmer feeling just in general. So I really like that I went for bold red colours and things like that. Instead of my usual go-to black and white and brown. Now I'm just tidying it all away. And that is that. Thank you so much for watching if you've made it this far. And I'll see you again in the next one. And I've left some raw footage just at the end so that you can see why I only film it and then speed it up and then do a voiceover. Because if I don't, you'd be met with 2 hours of this instead. This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. We face breathing from the heart. Another place is how to start. With open arms, greet the world with open arms. From how I designed you, forgotten, let me remind you. Goddess of wisdom, master of war, life's mission, create the greatest warrior. Whoa, whoa. No skill, 𝒷𝒶𝓁𝒾𝓃𝓔, only the best could kill. A boy came for the thrill, whose mind doesn't will. Maybe one day you'll follow me, we'll make a greater tomorrow. I know you change the world, 'cause he's a warrior of the minds. Maybe one day reach him, we can build his skills as I teach him.